the ball to Teresa Plaisance.
In the WNBA, my role is to have floor spacing, make good decisions, and just be solid.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't need to be a superhero. I don't need to prove to anybody why I've been in the league for 9 years. I've been in the league for 9 years because of my work ethic, because of my professionalism, and I'm okay at basketball.
Teresa Plaisance has been spectacular.
She was definitely a spark for us. We knew we could always count on her to come in and do the right things. She's a great shooter. We could always count on her to make a three.
Rises, knocks it down.
She can give insights during timeout. She's always saying something in my ear all the time of pick and roll coverage, who's open, different things that she's seeing that I may not be able to see in the moment.
No problem. Teresa Plaisance having a fantastic game.
Teresa comes from great stock. Her mom, a successful coach, but also someone who taught Teresa really not just the game of basketball, it's really about the game of life. So if you talk to Teresa and you get away from her being this basketball player, you're gonna find layers and layers of just an unbelievable person.
Mama.
How you feeling? You doing good?
I feel great. Everything's going well. These knees are moving on defense. I've been feeling real good.
I'll be pulling for you. I'll be rooting for you. Sitting right here in my little OJ, my ice cream. Oh, Chip's gonna make the cut. Chip! Okay, look at Chip. Honey, oh, Chippy. And how about fixing your hair, son?
Flip it back. We don't care to see your face.
All right, kind, caring, loving, and sharing, and I love you.
I always would pray to God and say, God, just let them grow up to be good people and good to others. And if they're good people and good to others, they're gonna be happy people.
Doobie and Teresa have a wonderful relationship. She loves her mother unbelievably.
My mom was at Loyola University of New Orleans. It was like going to the Super Bowl every single night because I got to see my mom on this big stage and watch her just like do her thing.
I always feel like it's important that whatever you do, whoever you impact, and whatever environment you are in, you have to make a difference.
Doobie understands how to do more with less.
We are all that we are.
They don't have the Power 5 resources or the budget, but she's a grinder.
How about that 4C, baby?
You know, my mom has a tendency of taking something and turning it into gold.
And it's official! Thibodeau, you punched your ticket to the tournament! Nicholls State University, Southland Conference champs!
My mom works her tail off, and that's one of the things that she instilled in me and my brother growing up, that nothing's given, everything is earned, and that if you want it, you can go get it as long as you work for it.
When she was being recruited, the letters she started to receive, I went, this kid might go Power 5.
LSU's always been like a really cool place for me. Being a Louisiana kid, growing up, it's the staple school.
Van Chancellor had just came on board as the head coach, and he and I go down to Thibodeau and to see Big Doobie and Teresa and everything, and I just want to know where we stand. She said, come on. And she takes us to her bedroom. It's painted purple and gold, and it looks like an LSU museum. So on the way home, I said, Coach says, what we got to do to get Teresa? I said, don't screw up.
She was a McDonald's All-American. She came in with a lot of accolades. She didn't come in there thinking, I'm this, I'm that. She's like, no, I'm on the bench. And she gratefully wanted to earn her time.
There comes a time where you have to make a choice, and Teresa made a choice that working hard would become her passion. And by doing so, I think it changed her mental state of mind. I thought she became mentally tougher.
From my sophomore year with Coach Nikki, when she first arrived, to when I left, it was, a night and day difference because, I had to look myself in the mirror and ask myself what I wanted out of myself and just bring a little bit more. And, some people graduated, I had opportunity on the floor, but I was ready for when my opportunity came, and Coach Nikki was right there alongside of me.
At one point, she was leading the SEC in scoring. And obviously the numbers that she was able to put up at LSU were pretty phenomenal.
Teresa Teresa Plaisance, now the only player in the top 10 in the Southeastern Conference in scoring, rebounding, and blocks.
Plaisance, and she throws up the three goggles.
I was drafted 27th pick, like late third round. And if you know anything about the statistics of the WNBA, third rounders are pretty much a done deal. You show up for training camp, you're there for 2 weeks, and then you pack your bags and go home. For me, I'd never unpacked my bag. You just kind of have to evaluate yourself every single year and say, how can I compliment everybody else? Because that's my best chance of being on this team.
She is playing with toughness, composure, and grit.
This is a big three from Plaisance. Oh, that's a killer.
Plaisance got her third three of the ball game, and I know her mom's watching.
She's a total team player. She cares more about a team's goal than her own role. She's selfless in what she does.
It's what you do off the court as well that brings you opportunity and how you carry yourself, and just being a good teammate. It goes a long way. I think people don't always talk about that piece. Everybody knows what the starters are doing. Everybody knows what the first or second or third player off the bench is doing, but what's everybody else doing? What is your value, and how do you keep your value?
I think you go down the line of people on our team that don't maybe get the credit or the gold star in front of the camera, behind the camera, are making it happen for everyone else.
It's like you're about to go on Wipeout.
My name's Teresa, I'm 29, I'm gonna tear this course up!
She has a very big heart. She's very caring. She looks out for other people. She's constantly asking what she can do for others.
She brought fun to the locker room. She brought fun to the bench. She played a pivotal role in how we won this championship.
Tonight, they need the best of Theresa Plaisance, who has come to play and is roaring like a lion out here tonight at home.
I've always told her that if you're going to sustain, it's bigger than basketball. Your skill got you there, okay? The way you're going to sustain it is, again, your relationship, your work ethic, your commitment to self.
There's no test like the test of time. We've had a lot of players that have been drafted in the WNBA, but to stay in that league, because it's the best. The best players in the world are in that league, and grind and grind and grind really speaks to who you are. So when we get a player that finally gets that championship, it's really special.
It's been a wild ride, and I'm very happy to say that my journey doesn't look like anybody else's, and nobody understands what it takes to have that bottom seat, third round draft pick, prove yourself year after year after year. Just being sure that you lay it all on the table every single time and you do it with class and a smile on your face.
Next up, a 6'5" double-double bred from the Bayou in her 8th WNBA campaign from Louisiana State University, the double nickel, number 55, Teresa.